Welcome to the Stay at Home podcast.
Yeah, episode number 7. Can't believe we're on 7 already.
I know, it's crazy.
Right? It just seems like the other day we just decided to do it, and now we're on
Episode 7.
Episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I enjoy it. We do have a little tiny co-host down here. Snoring machine Yoda. He says, woof woof, everybody. Woof woof.
Poor poopers.
You're a good boy. The only thing he cares about is food and sleeping. Huh, buddy? Sure.
He says, don't talk to me.
Right? He says, get out of my face. Yeah, he just laid back down. Alright, so we just watched Captain Marvel. And we were looking at it. And we already know that the sequel's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But after watching the Captain Marvel movie again, I thought they were going to go in a different direction. And since I didn't watch a lot of that other stuff, and you were talking about it, like, I had no clue these other girls got these powers.
Yeah.
So I had no clue. There was no clue of them, like, no inkling in my brain of them two teaming up with Captain Marvel.
Right. Well, they didn't tease that in the first movie.
No.
No, they didn't.
Because all they teased in the first movie was they had Fury's pager. They called it. And then she shows up and says, where's Fury?
Mm-hmm.
And then the cat vomits out the cube. You know what I mean?
But all that stuff was leading up to the Avengers movie.
That is very true. Yeah, and then I was like sitting there. I forgot what role she played in the Avengers movie. When you told me, I was just like, wait, what? So I went back and watched that. When I saw that, I was like, all right. So where did we leave off at?
You didn't think they were going to team up.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to team up at all. Like, I had no clue. Obviously, I had no clue the two little girls were were powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew who the little girl was, but I didn't know, she had powers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she has powers. She got it in her show, Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I saw Miss Marvel on there, and I didn't know what it was, but it looked like a teenage knockoff of a Marvel thing. Like, they just try to do something for, like, the younger teenage girls or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's more of like a kid's show.
Yeah, like, that's what I thought that one was, so I never even... Oh, freaking kid, man. Yeah, so I thought that show was like a teenager show, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it was.
So I never even thought to watch it because I didn't know what kind of role it would actually play in a movie.
Well,
You know what I mean?
they're all connected.
Well, I know they're all connected, but if that's like... Because I don't think not everyone's going to get something. Like, I don't think Moon Knight is going to get a movie. He's not going to get into a movie, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's probably some of these that are not getting into a movie.
I don't know. They all have before.
You know? So that's why I was just thinking, like, I don't know what, I didn't know what that was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No clue what that Miss Marvel was. Just thought it was a teenage show. So I never even thought to watch it. To be honest with you.
I watched it. I liked it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you and Mom would like it because it's more like a kid's show.
Yeah, and I probably wouldn't even be interested in it. I'd probably be like, no, this is boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was kind of funny in the trailer for the new movie when you watch her like go out as an adult saying she's going to go check the portal, the jump portals, and then she hits it and she bounces back as a kid. That's what it looked like to me. Am I wrong?
I'm confused.
So when oh my goodness, Captain Rambo,
Mm-hmm.
when she tells Fury that she's gonna go out and check the jump portal in the kind of beginning of the clip,
Yeah.
and she like bounces off the portal
Oh.
or whatever, and then she's like a kid.
Did you not understand? They're switching places on accident. All three of them keep switching places.
Like from kid to adult?
No, they're switching places. Like they're switching places with each other.
No, I saw that part, but
No, they're not changing from kids to adults and adults to kids. They're switching with each other. The kid is switching with the adult.
I didn't catch that.
Like the little girl, Miss Marvel,
Mhm.
and Captain Marvel and Rambo, they all three keep switching when
Well-
they use their powers.
Well, what I saw in there was when Captain Marvel, when the little girl wanted to show what her powers were, and they were like, "No, don't do that," and she went like this. Next thing you know, Captain Marvel
Yeah, because they're switching
is on
places.
Earth, and then it was over there.
Yeah, because they're switching places.
No, okay, so that's not what I was talking about. What I was talking about was when Captain, dang it, I just said her name. But when the captain went out and she told Fury that she was gonna go check the jump portals,
Mm-hmm.
she literally looked like an adult in the spacesuit. And then when she hit the portal and bounced back, she looked like then she was a kid.
Yeah, she switched places with the kid. That wasn't her as a kid.
Oh, okay. That's what confused me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now you understand?
is that the girl that was just like, "I'll show you my power," raised her hand in the switch with Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Lord.
I see it. I couldn't tell that well on that little phone when I was watching it, trying to watch it real quick before the thing. That's funny though. But so, what is the plan for this movie? Like, where do you?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Because it like the trailer kind of showed that they were gonna do something and like they were coming together with their
I
powers,
don't know what.
and they're switching around. But who are they fighting?
I have no idea. It doesn't explain.
No, it doesn't really explain. So that's why I was just like, it's kind of weird. Because, like, at some point, you got to go, like, most of the time with the trailers, you're like, okay, maybe trailer number 2 is going to explain it more than trailer number 1.
Yeah.
First trailer is always going to be something. The second trailer is going to have something a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, they might go after the Kree.
Well, I know Captain Marvel wants to go after the Kree, but I don't know if the other two want to go after the Kree or not.
I don't know either. I don't know if Captain Marvel's fighting off the Kree after she hid the other race and hid them, and you know what I mean? Because like we don't see her hiding anybody at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
we just see the cutscene where she gets the pager call, and she shows up and says, "Where's Fury?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you see at the last clip, you see the cat spitting out the cube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, the cat spitting out the cube went into the Avengers Endgame movie, and then Captain Marvel, she did some good stuff inside of there, and then, but now with her own second movie, I thought it was just gonna be like, she hid them. They found this cool planet, and then those two found her and threatened to wipe out them if, you know what I mean, like she didn't go back with them.
Yeah.
She needed to surrender in order for them to not annihilate the planet that they were on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's where I thought something like that was going to happen. I didn't see the two girls coming. I didn't know about the two girls with the power, so that didn't even cross my mind for them to come in and play a role in that,
Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't like the first one, so I feel like their original plan for the second one got changed.
It probably did. And it probably goes back to it was a woman. They're trying to make the woman like more like a Superman on steroids or something, with some like
Yeah.
nuclear powers. Maybe old people, I don't know. Some people didn't like it. Who knows?
Like,
But everybody complains about every movie. You know, and I think the creators need to stick to what they created and what they want.
yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
because you're not going to please everybody.
No, you're not.
You know, just like I thought Captain Marvel would have her own movie, which would have been cool, seeing her in her own movie leading around. But now it's her and the other two.
Right.
You know, now it's a trio of stars
Mm-hmm.
in there instead of just her movie, her saving, you know, the people destroying the Kree.
I feel like they definitely changed a lot. Probably after the movie came out and it wasn't like received that well.
Yeah.
Because they dropped the Captain Marvel 2. They dropped that name and they changed it to The Marvels. And it's about all three of them. So I think they just figured out a way to bring three characters together in one movie instead.
Yeah. Well,
She just happens to be one of the characters.
yeah. I think maybe they were trying to reach a bigger audience that they think would like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But people are gonna watch it anyways. We watch all the Marvel movies.
Right.
You know, we watch all of them, whether we want to or not. We watch them.
Mm-hmm.
When we hear if they're going to be, even if we hear if they're going to be bad, or people watch it before we do, and they're like, "Oh, that movie was terrible." Well, we're going to go find out ourselves.
Right.
And if we're disappointed, we're disappointed. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to watch it. So it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So I'm curious to see, but you said it comes out in what, like November?
I think so. I think it comes out in the fall.
So there's plenty of time to see other trailers.
It was supposed to come out this summer, but it got moved.
It probably got moved because they had to rebrand the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they could have done a lot with that one because the way she came in and like help, like save the day in like Endgame, she deserved like a spot where she's doing her thing and saving her people.
Yeah.
You know?
I would have liked to see them continue the storyline,
Yeah, the same storyline that was in the first movie. I'd love to see him continue doing it.
but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either, but maybe, just maybe, there's a Captain Marvel 2 after the Marvels. Maybe they build up enough fan base and likes, I guess, I don't freaking know.
Yeah.
Build up enough likes in this movie, and then they get this like, okay, we're going to go back and revisit Captain Marvel 2. Whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
And then she gets her movie.
I wish that would happen, but I highly doubt it.
I doubt it too, because once they crush something like that and they just like completely change up the story, they're either trying to tie a knot on it, wrap it up, tie it to a rock, drop it in the lake, and never see it again after it comes out, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they're trying to do something. I don't know.
I've also heard that Marvel's thinking about just starting over, like all over again,
Like with all the
like restarting the timeline.
restarting the timeline, like the Avengers and all that stuff.
Like after the next big Avengers movie, like just starting over.
I mean, they created the Marvel universe. So I mean, like
I personally don't want them to do that, but I know a lot of people want them to do that.
they probably do because they still want Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
They still want Thor. You know what I mean? They still want, well, not really Thor, but like, you know what I mean? They want these characters back that died.
I just want them to explore the X-Men before they restart.
I don't know. I would love for them to do that, but I know the way they made the Marvel movies. I think what really messed up the X-Men movies is when they came out with Deadpool. Because you remember how Deadpool came out with this when Deadpool came out with that super like graphic, like off the chart wild movie, right? So much stuff was in there, and you're just like, huh?
Yeah.
That was in one of these movies? Like, really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's when they came out with the whole thing where they were debating, well, if Deadpool gets this kind of movie, why didn't Wolverine get a movie like this? Wolverine is just as angry. And when you see Wolverine in these movies, he's angry, but they don't like unleash him like he was unleashed in the comics.
Yeah.
Where he's just destroying dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like...
Well, you know there's going to be a Wolverine.
Yeah.
Movie, right?
Yeah. I know they're coming together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that one will be... If they make both of them come together and they do it the way the director did the Deadpool, I think it'll be... hilarious.
And Deadpool is coming into the MCU.
Is he?
Mm-hmm, it's confirmed. Which most likely means so is Wolverine.
Then that'll mean I guess they're going to try to slowly absorb the X-Men characters in.
I just want them to explore the X-Men with this cast of characters before they just restart.
Yeah. Well,
and also, when the X-Men restarted, it was nowhere near as good. So I don't want them to restart Marvel movies.
Yeah.
There's so many characters that we haven't explored yet. You know?
So many.
And I wouldn't want it to, be the end for, the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, yeah. She's one of your faves.
Yeah, I don't want it to end yet.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people do. They just want to start over.
I think some people want to start over because they just went here's the comic books, and then there's the movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of older people wanted to see them stick to the comic books and stick to the comic book story. But you already know you can't stick to you can't 100% stick to the comic book story.
Yeah.
You know?
They don't sometimes, but not all the time.
They don't do it for books either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From books to movies or movies to books, whatever. They're never the same. You know, I read Stephen King, The Birds, and then I watched the movie The Birds, and then The Birds in the book was so much better, so much more detailed, so much more gruesome than the movie was.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to watch the movie first, you'd be like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is insane. This is crazy. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's that same old thing. Comic books, things, they don't mix very well all the time. Comic books and movies, comic books to a book or a TV series or anything, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
They're going to constantly change it, and they're going to change it up to meet what the fans want.
Right.
You know?
I'm okay with them being off of comic books, but I also never read them.
Yeah.
So for me, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah. And for me, I don't care if they go off the comic book, just make the storyline good and just stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I don't think Captain Marvel was ever even a part of the Kree in the comic books. Maybe that's why I don't like her.
I don't know. Maybe that's... I don't know. I don't know. I never knew anything about Captain Marvel until the movie.
And I think how she got her powers in the comics was totally different. I don't know how she got it, but I think it was different.
Yeah.
So I can understand why people would be frustrated. But at the same time, it's it would be so boring if all they did was just recreate the comics. You know?
Well, I think it would be... I don't know, because it depends if the comic book story is interesting or not.
Yeah.
If the comic book story in the beginning is boring, then yeah, I could see them wanting to spice it up for the movies or for a TV series or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Spice it up some more because you want to attract fans. You want to attract people. You don't want to push people away.
Yeah.
You want to attract them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you're not going to keep a same boring startup. You're going to go with something juicy. And Captain Marvel got a juicy startup with, she was flying a ship with a core that had all this power in it. And she shot it to blow it up, and then she absorbed all its power.
I just feel like a lot of people or comic book fans forget that movie is art. And when you make art, you make it in your own vision.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, I feel like a lot of comic book people just literally want Marvel to, just recreate the comic books as movies, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, no artistic touch, no cinema touch, no nothing.
Yeah, and that's why I say, like, that's why I
feel
keep
that
saying
would be so boring.
it would be. Like, that's why I say, like, comic books to movies, comic book to TV series, you know, it's those two are never gonna be the same.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
And I like how the Marvel movies make it feel like it's in our world.
Yeah.
If it was just a complete recreation of the comic books, it would not feel like that.
No.
It would feel like it was a totally different universe. But they do like little jokes and stuff like that make it feel like it's like in our universe or whatever.
Yeah. Because if you look at a lot of like the old Supermans and the old stuff like that, none of those Superman movies, none of those Spider-Man things were in like modern day times.
Mm-hmm.
And all these movies that have been coming out with Marvel are all in modern day times.
Yep.
None of them have gone back in time to where these comic books were written in the world that these comic books were written in. You know what I mean? The cars, the technology and stuff. They don't jive from this comic book to this comic book. When these two guys come together, it doesn't jive. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's no gelling. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're in two separate timelines.
Yeah.
Not timelines, but like they're two separate, you know, time periods.
Yeah.
You know? So when they bring them all together, it's just crazy. Like the only one that was super technologically advanced was Iron Man because of what he built.
Right.
But still, even Iron Man didn't have everything super technological. It was like his suit, him,
That was it.
some cool gadgets, and then that was about it.
But they expanded his characters in the movie.
Yeah,
like a lot.
They expanded his character, they expanded his technology, they expanded everything about Iron Man in that thing.
Right.
You know? So we blew Iron Man up.
I feel like they made a mistake killing him.
Oh, they did. Because once they killed him, the fans just like, are you shitting me? You kill him, but not this guy?
I feel like I understand why they killed him because they wanted to make like a big moment, but I feel like them deciding to get rid of most of the Avengers, like they killed Black Widow, they killed Iron Man, they got rid of Captain America, so all that's left is Thor and the Hulk.
Right?
From the original team. So it's like, I feel like they made a mistake. I understand that they wanted to get rid of those characters to focus on new ones, but I feel like they should have kept them to the end.
Yeah.
Because it would have made the whole Marvel universe, it would have been, I think it just would have been more cohesive and it would have pleased the older fans. But as soon as they took out Iron Man and they took out Black Widow and they took out, I just feel like they ruined it.
Yeah.
In a way.
They did. They did. And it's like, it's just what they did with everything, comic book to movies, didn't match. Kind of, maybe, sort of, some things, hit and miss, but not everything matched. But they still made the Avengers good.
Yeah.
They made that thing good. The Iron Man movies were good. You know what I mean? Captain America was good. Like, they made those movies good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They made them good. They had a pretty good storyline. They all kind of were working together, you know, and they had other movies intermingling with the things. But then here you go with Captain Marvel, that she just gets shitted on after that first movie, kind of.
Yeah.
I think they tried to bring her in Endgame and boost her up in there by helping out a lot, like freaking basically like saving Spidey from getting Candy Crush. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then saving Iron Man. But like I think they tried to bring her back, they tried to boost her up, and it probably wasn't enough. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She probably didn't get enough fanfare from that movie to be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pursue it.
And it's
second one.
It's hard to write that character because she's so much more powerful than most of the other characters.
Dude, she is like
extremely powerful.
She is extremely powerful. Like she's on like Superman's level with her powers.
Yeah, and that's one thing about the new movies. I don't know how they're gonna balance those three characters when she's so much more powerful than the other two.
Yeah.
Because the little girl has the power to like create like light energy or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can make a fist out of light energy and like smash people. And then the other girl, Rambo, she can absorb light energy so she can like become light. But neither one of their powers, from what I've seen, is anywhere on the level of
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're gonna balance. Like, how are they all three gonna? Because I'm assuming they're all three gonna be fighting someone or something. I would assume.
That's what I would assume, because so the last clip when they showed the girl that can create the light power and smash things, right?
Yeah.
She was with the cat in the thing. Whoever Captain Marvel was fighting with,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if she was fighting with the Kree and trying to destroy them, I could see them kidnapping her, and then the other two got to go
Save the little
save
girl.
her. So then it's Rambo and Marvel again,
Gotcha.
except for it's Rambo's daughter
See,
going with her.
But you notice how in the movie or in the trailer, every time they use their powers, they switch.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's gonna be their thing to make it where Captain Marvel can't use her powers. Because they did that in the first movie. She wasn't able to use her full powers till like the very, very end.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're doing that again because she's such a hard character to write. Because she's so powerful. So they're depowering her.
They nerfed her.
Yeah, she can't use her powers or they'll switch.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's why I think they did that. But I don't know. I'm not a movie expert.
Right. I would love to see how they did that, or who did it, who was able to do that. You know what I mean?
I'm just curious how like the fighting scene's gonna be with
Right.
all three of them fighting.
Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna go. I really don't.
And they didn't show any of that in the trailer.
That's why I said I'm waiting now. I'm waiting to see like when the second trailer comes out, because you know months before it comes out, you always get the initial trailer, like we just saw, and then you get the other trailers that come out. You get one that comes out a few months later, and then a few months after that. Sometimes, you know what I mean. You get those things that come out. So I'm curious to see what happens.
I'm curious, but I'm not all that intrigued.
I'm ready to be disappointed because I don't think they put a whole lot of effort into it, and I feel like they did that Captain Marvel like a disservice.
Yeah, I really wanted to see her like fight the Kree and end the Kree.
Right? Like that's where I thought the second one was going, and then here comes these two little girls that I had no clue about because of this teenage Miss Marvel show that I had no intentions of watching.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, one thing that I'm sad about is from the trailer, it looked like most of the movie's going to be on Earth. And what I like the space stuff. So I was hoping to see a whole lot of space, but
I don't know.
it seems like the movie's going to be on Earth. So it's kind of boring to me. I want her to go fight the Kree and like go explore aliens. That's one thing I like about Guardians of the Galaxy is it's like explores different planets.
Yeah, they're in different planets. They're out. They're fighting different enemies all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
They're Guardians of the Galaxy. So if someone's bad and they're trying to do something bad, the Guardians are going to go get them.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And on the day of recording, we're actually going to go watch Guardians tomorrow.
The day it releases.
The day it releases in the movie theater on the base, yes.
On the base.
Because it's already out.
Yeah. We still haven't seen
We're behind the times here. Behind the times, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Shoot, man. Yeah. I think we're both disappointed where the movie's going. I think we both think that Captain Marvel got pooped on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're kind of, I mean, I want to be optimistic that the movie's going to be good, but from the first trailer, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Don't have a clue.
I don't know.
We'll find out when we watch it, but like, I don't know. I'm hoping for something good, you know what I mean? I'm hoping for something good, because then that'd be pretty cool.
I'm hoping so too.
Yeah. So what's the next one? I know you got a list. So what's the next one?
The next movie that deserves a sequel?
Yeah.
Well, can we also do TV shows? Like Marvel TV shows? Should they deserve a sequel or not?
Like a season 2 or
like
something?
a season 2. Like a season 2 or a movie.
Yeah, we could do that. So which one are you thinking? Because Moon Knight never got a second season.
We could do Moon Knight if you want.
Or what else didn't get a second season?
Well, I don't think any of them have gotten a second season officially yet. She-Hulk came out. Moon Knight came out.
I thought She-Hulk had season 2.
No, there's no season 2 yet.
It was just maybe it just took us a while because we were just watching all the She-Hulks out. She-Hulk would be a funny one to have a season 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then there was,
because she was funny. It was funny and it was a lot of fighting.
We can't really do WandaVision because Wanda got a sequel.
Yeah.
But we could do one saying, does Doctor Strange deserve a sequel? I don't know.
Doesn't Strange have a couple of movies though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's a big character in the Avengers movie.
We'll take a look. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We don't know exactly which one it is yet, but we'll definitely figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But we have some ideas.
Yeah.
We'll have to take a look inside the app and see where a lot of these left off, and then pick them out. But if you guys have a suggestion before we film again, just let us know.
Yeah, that would be very helpful.
Yeah. Those of you that have made comments, we've shouted them out. Thanks for the advice and the shout outs and stuff. But I think that's it for today's episode or this week's episode, and look forward to number 8.
Is number 8 gonna be about the Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're gonna go watch the movie tomorrow, and then we film again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So viewers, you have time to give us a list of things, of Marvel things. Maybe give us a list, or give us something to talk about the X-Men too. If you heard something juicy, put it out there. We'll check it out.
Ooh, that's one we should do. We should do one where we say, do the X-Men deserve a sequel?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You want to do review the movie, Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and then
maybe X-Men?
And then we jump into X-Men?
Yeah. That would be fun.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So I think we're gonna skip the rest of Marvel stuff. We're gonna talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and then we're gonna start looking at the
well, the X-Men are part of Marvel.
We're gonna start looking at the X-Men series, not the rest of those.
Yeah.
Jackwagons, because they didn't even bring any of the Marvel guys into any of. I mean, not the Marvel guys. They didn't bring any of the X-Men into any of that stuff. So,
no.
Which I just thought was kind of like, I thought it was rude, man. Like, come on, dude.
I feel like a lot of people don't know that the X-Men are part of Marvel because of that.
Right.
They don't know that they came from the same comic books.
Yeah. But who had? So my question is, and I forgot, but who had the X-Men series before Disney got a hold of it? Because
it was Fox.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was somebody else had it for a while.
Yeah, it was Fox, and then Disney bought Fox.
Yeah.
So now they own the X-Men again.
Right. So it's
now
like,
they can bring the X-Men back.
Yeah.
Actually, the little girl in the Marvels movie is a mutant.
Yeah.
They revealed that in her show.
Got it.
At the end of the show, she was like, "How did I get my powers?" Because they thought she got her powers from this like wristband that she wore.
Mm-hmm.
But then her friend, who was like a scientist, was like, "There's something unique about your genes." And then the X-Men theme music started playing.
Oh, so they dropped it in like that, huh?
She's the first mutant to officially be in the Marvel universe,
Yeah.
cinematic universe, whatever it's called.
I would say like the Avengers universe, because that's literally what the freaking universe is.
You know who I want to be the villain of the Marvels?
Who's that?
I want Rogue or Rouge, however you say her name.
Rogue?
Mm-hmm.
You want Rogue to be the villain?
Yeah, from the X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the comic books, Rogue gets her powers from Captain Marvel. You know how Rogue can steal powers?
Mm-hmm.
She did it to Captain Marvel, and she permanently got some of her powers. That's why she can fly, and she's super strong.
Yeah.
So I want Rogue to be the enemy of the Marvels. I highly doubt that will happen, and that's me like conspiracy theorying.
Tinfoil
I
hat.
would I would love for Rogue to be the villain.
Oh, shoot. Wow, yeah. That would definitely be... That would be crazy.
That would be such a great way to introduce the X-Men.
That'd be crazy, because she is powerful, but she is pretty powerful. She's pretty strong, but they can kick her butt.
Yeah, I feel like Rogue would be one of the few people who could fight Captain Marvel, and it wouldn't be like that.
Yeah. So, imagine if like Captain Marvel and like the Phoenix they came together.
Oh, the Phoenix, that would be crazy.
Mm-hmm. Because both of them have some
Crazy powers.
crazy powers. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them can fly. Both of them have some like nuclear power type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be freaking crazy. Oh man. Imagine seeing Cyclops again.
That would be nice.
Yeah. With his little laser beams.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of cool. All right, I think that's it yet this time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, follow, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys soon. Next week. You'll see us again.
Galaxy.
And we'll talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy. All right.
Bye.
Deuces.